push us a little bit with the next question. And I'll share with you, last month I saw Christian Picciolini speak in Long Beach, and he's one of the people that started Life After Hate. He was sort of a Midwestern leader of white nationalist movement in the, late 80s and through his teenage years and into his 20s, and he now speaks about his journey out of that world. And when he talks about how he was able to finally lead that movement, what he says is it was really the compassion of others. When he least deserved it, he found compassion. And he said, that was the mirror that helped me see my own humanity. But we can hear from your statements already that you're practicing compassion and you value compassion. But I'm wondering, when things get a little bit harder and we don't always agree about how to get things done, are there times when you also need to use more aggressive tactics? If so, what does that look like in your work, and how can you possibly make that decision? So this is just going to be whoever wants to jump in first, you let me know.
For the church world, it's difficult because we have people who have various levels of commitment to social justice, as well as some who are conservative, some who are very liberal. But at the same time, in order to operate this place, we have to have donations coming in. And so I think that fear, or those who are oppressive, want to mute you. And so, and if you don't speak up, then no one is changed. Our responsibility as the church is to speak truth to power. That comes certainly out of the 50s, where those who were African Americans were silenced. The one thing that the KKK did, and one thing that extremists of racial groups would do, was try to silence you and make you fearful. When I was growing up, my dad used to say, "Don't look in the eyes of a white person, you gotta get slapped. You may get taken to jail." And then my dad grew up a little bit after he got involved with the civil rights movement. He said, don't do that. Look them straight in the eye. And if they tremble, sober. Right? One of the things that really shook me, the microphone, was when I was first sent down here to Orange County. I was excited because I came out of a big church called First Lady Church with 18,000 members. I don't know if Orange County had 18,000 black people at that moment. And the pastor said to me, one of the pastors said, "Mark, white women will support you, but white men will never see Jesus in you." Take a look around this room. Take a look around this room. Look around this room. Look around this room. I celebrate every woman in this place. Give yourselves a hand clap. It's the women that will affect change. And how many times have you been silenced? Foot on your neck. Money played with. Because someone was intimidated by your presence. James Cone says you got to take the risk of faith. Don't you allow nobody to tell you to shut up. Why? Because the oppressor will never free you. The only thing that's going to free you is the God that you believe in, and your ability to speak up, even at the risk of not being able to pay bills, at the risk of not being able to be comfortable. But don't you let yourself make yourself uncomfortable becoming comfortable, be living in oppression. I say to you today, and I say to my congregation on a regular basis, we're going to keep speaking up. Because God gave us this building, and God's going to keep us in this building. But if one person is hurt in this county, then we haven't done what God has told us to do. I say to the women here today, don't you allow somebody to frighten you into silence. If you believe it, come on, give God glory.
I still can't remember
remember the question, but I think it's something about, oh, what